Hi guys and welcome, I am Daniel, I am co-founder of Automation PL, and in today's video we're going to continue to resolve challenges launched by UiPath. Now in case you're living under the rock or have you kidnapped by aliens and you don't know what UiPath is, it's a company which creates robotic process automations. Guys, I'm kidding. I guess you already know because you're on this channel. Now, this time I'm going to take the number 6, and previously we've seen that the number 5 was a problem to help Santa to deliver the presents. We helped Jingle Bell to be able to deliver all the presents. Now one thing which I'm gonna do here in this video, I'll not show you just the solution, the way how I resolve, but I'm gonna show you the mindset, so go step by step how I reached to this point. Now in case you are new to UiPath, you can check out my YouTube channel, or I'm gonna leave a link here in the description with a few resources which I have. Now without further ado, let's go to UiPath Studio and resolve this. Now this time Santa has some problem with the renders, and because the renders they left, Santa is not able to deliver the present. And I'm not gonna go to read the entire problem, I'm just gonna show you the solution. So the way how you resolve this is by two things. Like usual, you need to submit a solution for beginners and one for advanced. Now this time the way how we're gonna resolve the advanced challenge is including the beginner solution. So actually I'm gonna show you how I'm gonna resolve first the beginner and how I'm gonna show you the advanced. So what we need to do here for beginners is to be able to create a UiPath robot that, giving a team of 3 helpers, what we'll do is to start with the data that we already have. There are 3 teams of rookies. The first one is named rookies, loyal and formers, and there are 3 members inside of each of them. And what we are asked is to create a UiPath robot that is able to create every team, so some permutations, with every local and every rookie. So each team consists of 1 former, 1 loyal and 1 rookie. So that's the request for the beginners, and for advanced we are asked to create some teams, but the rules are a bit different. We are asked to create a team with 4 members, and one of the members should be a former, 1 should be a loyal, and we need to have 2 rookie members. So without further ado, let's see how we can tackle the beginner problem. What I have here, it's a paint, and I'm gonna try to use my mouse in order to show you exactly what you should resolve this problem. So we need to create the team members that are 1 rookie, 1 loyal and 1 former for beginners. So of course, as you're doing on paper, you're gonna start the first item. Here, let's say Rebecca, the number 1. And with this Rebecca have in mind, you're gonna go in the loyals. And loyals, you're gonna start with the first one, Lucas, right? And the first one have in mind also, let's go to the formers. And formers, we're gonna take each individual item. The valid solution, it's Emily. A second solution would be Rebecca, Lucas, Ed. And the third one would be the former from Eric. So the question is how we were able to go through all the formers. Well, you probably guessed we need a for each loop. In order to get from the formers, we need a for each loop here. Now, going back to the royals, after we go to the Lucas to next one, which is Lily, the process is repeated. So we still have Rebecca in mind, but we are on the loyals team and we still need to go through all the formers. So as you can see, we need a for each here. I'm gonna put an F. In order to get to the royals, I'm gonna need another for each here. And I need to go to the rookies the same. I need another for each because I need to take each individual item from here. Now, the for each body, it's actually this body. And inside this for each, it will be this body. So what we'll have, there are 3 for each loops inside, and this body of the latest for each, we're gonna put some code there. And in this case, I'm just gonna use something simple like log message. I'm displaying onto the output window to the UiPath Studio, but you can do anything else. You can add to the data table, you can add to a file and so on. Now with this having said, let's go to UiPath Studio and show you how we can make that. Now the first step is to have the rookie names here. And here we have a couple of options. You can use, for instance, a data table as a column to be rookies, the column name, and as a row to be the rookie name. However, I'm not gonna take this approach. I will use here the variables. I'm gonna have 3 variables, 3 arrays, and we're gonna use a for each for each of them. So the first step, let's define a for each. So we don't need the for each row, we need the actual for each. And let's define some variables with the rookie's name. So I'm gonna go here and create a variable with name rookies. And this should be an array because we're gonna store 3 items here. That should be the rookie name. So array of t, where t should be string. And as a default, how you initialize an array, we're gonna use an parenthesis. We're gonna open some brackets, and inside the brackets should be the name of the rookie name. And let's repeat the process for the lawyers and farmers. Now we need to create the for each, and in this case it really doesn't matter what kind of teams you're gonna start with, because in the end you're gonna receive the same result. However, it will be different, just the order, the display order, but the content it will be the same, the collection I mean. And because I like to keep the structure which I have described previously, I'm gonna start with rookies. So for each rookie, in rookies, I will add another for each inside the body. So that should be another for each, and for each loyal, in loyals, I'm gonna have another for each, and for each former, in formers, I'm gonna have another for each. Now one thing which I will do is to change the variable inside the for each, the item, from object to string, because we have an array of string. Great. Now let's display the team members. So I'm gonna put a log message, and I'll use the display the info, and I like to respect the format which has been given. So I'm going back here. I need to have this team 1. So I'll use for that a string format. So string format, team 001, and I need to specify first the rookie, and I'll use a placeholder, then a comma, and the next one which is second. So rookie, and this would be loyal, I think I'm gonna open here to the message because I like to read the entire one. Loyal, and the one should be former. Great. Now I need to use an index for here. So this team I need to increment. Now how many teams I do have? Well, I need to have an index. So I'm gonna go and press OK. And inside the sequence, I need to define a variable which should be the team number. I can use the index. And here I need to create a variable for the index which I'm gonna increment each time when I'm generating a solution. And I can name it index, but here I'm gonna say team number. This should be of type integer. And by default, it will have the value 1 or 0. Then we need to assign this team number equal with team number plus 1. And here I need to go here in the string format. The first one should be the team number, or I can put the team number here at the former, but the way how I would like to keep the same order which I have here with the number of arguments. This is much easier to read, at least for me. So I'm gonna go here and say team number, and then I need to change these parameters. That should be the 1, this should be the 2, that should be the third one, and here I need to say 1, which is 0, team 0, but I need to specify with 3 digits. So I'm gonna show you a trick. I'm gonna use here double dots, and I'm gonna use 3 leading zeros. Now these leading zeros, they are acting like a placeholder. So for the 1, it will be 001, 002, and so on. I'm gonna show you just in a moment. So with this having said, I'm gonna go OK. Okay, and let's run the file. Go here in the output, and we do have the team 001, team 0027, Ricky, Lars, and Eric. Great, so that was the first time. Great. So we have displayed here on the screen the number of teams that have been generated. Great, so that's the first solution. So you have here the number of teams which are displayed on the screen. Great, so what you have learned actually here is, beside of nesting 3 for each in the same time, actually there's no limit how many for each you can nest. One thing which I would say it's important is this format. And if you're interested to learn how I was able to learn this, I'm preparing a course with all of these tricks. And if you're interested to find more, check out the YouTube description and hit there's a link there where you're gonna subscribe to. Now, before to go to the advanced, I would like to show you another approach which you can have. So instead of having this 3 leading 0, I'm gonna just cut the double dot, go to the team member, use the toString, and inside the toString, I'm gonna use the 3 leading zeros. Press OK, and let's run the robot now and to check if the same behavior. And actually we should expect to be the same, exactly the same. Great, now let's go to the advanced one. For the advanced, I'm gonna keep the same structure, and because the beginner contains the advanced, I'm just gonna take what I have done here in the beginner and give a rename. Okay, and let's go to the drawing board and the requirements. So what we are asked is to create a team with 4 members, but we need to have a team from 1 former, 1 loyal, and 2 rookie members. So how you should do that? Well, just see going here to the drawing board. So D for each, I'm just gonna definitely keep it. This one also, well, the only change is here in the former, and I'm gonna show you a trick. So this time I'm not gonna go with for each from 1 to the last item, but instead I'll go from 1 to the former. So because we do have 3 items, I will just go until 2. Now, if I'm gonna have here the 4th item, I will go here to the 3. So, Ctrl Z, just to make the things clear. Let's keep it 4 here. So I'm gonna expand from 0, because keep in mind, for each starts from 0, not from 1. From the first one, which is this one, to the former one, which is 3. And I'll take all the time the current item with the next one. And when I'm actually to the last one, which is 3, with the next one, it's 4. So this doesn't give me the solution to overpass the collection. Now, the result for the formers, in case I have 3 items, would be Emily plus Ed, Ed plus Eric, and I do have another solution. It's the first one with the last one. So Emily plus Eric. So let's see how we can do that in UiPath. Now, like I said, I will just keep this rookie name, and what I will alter is just this one, the last one. Now, I will not go from the former in formers. I can do something differently. So here I have 2 solutions. I can either create a collection from the first one to the former, or I can simply use the index. So I'm not gonna have the former name, but I'm gonna have the former index. And because this one I would like to keep simple, I'm gonna use this approach with using the index, and instead of type argument string, I'm gonna change to index, and this should be the former index. In formers, no, I'm not gonna use formers, I'm gonna use something else. In order to generate numbers from 0 to a number, I need to use enumerable.range. So the start position should be 0 Keep in mind that I would like to generate from 0. This one is inclusive, and I need to say the count. Now the count here, in case I do have 3 items, it should be 2. So I would go here to say formers count. Actually, it's not count, it's length, because it's an array, it's not a collection, minus 1. So I do have the former index. So now I need to say the team number. I'm just gonna keep this flow, the team number, and I like to expand this message just to be more visible. So this is the first team, the second team member, the third one, and I like to have the third one. Now the third one, I'll not use this former index. I will use the formers. I'm gonna open a parenthesis, the current former index, and to the next one, index plus 1. Here, so that's the next team, and I need to close the parenthesis, yes, for the string.format. So I'm hit OK, and one thing which I'd like to add is after this for each has been generated, I like to display the first one with the last one. So I will just copy this body, collapse this, and at the end of this for each, so just after this body, I'll have, actually I'm gonna go outside this body, delete. So I'm just gonna still have the team number plus 1, but instead of the former index and former index plus 1, I'm gonna take the first one. Keep in mind that this for each is only cover if we go here from 1 to 2 to through to 3 and so on. But another solution would be to take the first one and the last one. So the first one it's 0, yes, and the last one it's formers dot length minus 1. And I need to close this, and I have another parenthesis for string.format. So that should be my last team. So let's give a run to the robot and see the behavior. Great, so let's check the first team. Rebecca, Lucas are the one which are from the first collection. Emily and Ed. We should have Ed and Eric, and Emily and Eric. Great. Now the next one is actually the team number 4. Rebecca, Lily. So we should still have Rebecca. The next one is Lily, and the formats are repeat. Emily with Ed, Ed and Eric, Emily and Ed, Ed and Eric, and Emily with Eric. Great. So this is how you would resolve this problem. Guys, that was the advanced challenge number 6. And I'm very happy that I was able to help Santa, and I invite you to do the same. Now, please let me know in the comments if you want to see more content like this, or if you'd like to discuss anything else, use the YouTube channel here. That was for today. Thanks, and see you next time.